everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Saints going up against the Cowboys. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now.
Let's go!
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go to Elliott again. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he handed it to us, and then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line, and they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This offensive unit today, they're going to need Dez.
A full combo plate. Size, speed, toughness, not to mention incredible aggressiveness going and getting the football.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. And he's got some space here. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try the air now with Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Newton takes it himself. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. After the run, Newton going to throw. He's got time. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Again, Peterson. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And here's a look at the starting offense. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And his kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road. under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third. Fresh set of downs here. They come up in an offset eye. A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Halfback sent in motion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got it at the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
If the post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Again, it's Elliott. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Prescott on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And those 1st downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On the stop, it's Delvin Breaux.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
They'll come out in the pistol. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On second down, here's Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's third and short.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
From the gun on third down, Newton. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Adrian Peterson. As the first half is winding down. And the Saints add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st and 10, Prescott got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down, Prescott. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott finding time. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete. So, well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Newton to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. 3rd down and 5. On the counter, Ingram. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Prescott now on second down. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
A give to Elliott running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Third down, it's Prescott. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up fourth down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. To throw on second down is under pressure. They got him again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Third and long. It's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out costs him 5 as he's going to be out of bounds right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere, a loss of yardage.
Take 4.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
3rd and long for Prescott. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
20.
On second down, Peterson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. So they're operating in the red zone. Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
On second down, here's Newton. Flush to his right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
He's got time in the pocket. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, They have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Nate Stupar in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies. In that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And he's going to let it go deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. Room here to run. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Another pistol look here. They run again with Peterson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He finds his target, Fuller. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They try again with Peterson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And his kick here is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That's caught inside the 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. So how about that one, Charles? We haven't seen that in a while. The illegal forward pass.
The quarterbacks get so much leeway on this play that you're right, Brandon. It is very rare that we see the call come out for a legal forward pass.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. And look at this, another fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.